Hello friends, come on in. It's time to play more Dark Souls with me, Self-Critical Automaton. And today we are going to face the absolute toughest single part of Londo. Well, in just a moment, because there's two demons down here, and once we get past them, then the real challenge begins. See if we can grab the attention without getting murderized. Sprint back up here. There we go. Haha! Fortunately, they cannot actually get up here, so we can just, ouch. Well, that's what I get for being smug. I think we'll be safe here, so I'm just going to, do this until they're dead, because it's really difficult to fight them close. And yeah, as you can see, sometimes they just throw themselves off conveniently. Or, what's the word? Useful? No, I don't know. Conveniently, I guess will do. Obligingly, that's the word I was looking for. It is... Oh no, I'm out of arrows! Can't believe I'm out of arrows. Huh, also I'm a hollow. I'll need to do something about that soon. So yeah, it is the middle of summer and it's way too warm. I'm tired and sweaty and everything is just awful. So yeah, these guys have a pretty easy time knocking you off the edge if you're not careful. Come on. And that's all for you. If you hear that rhythmic chunk noise, what that is the sound of the hardest... Oh, Jesus. Yeah, the hardest part of the game. We've got to get up there with two silver knights blasting away with giant arrows. Those aren't even normal bows. Those are giant bows that shoot spears because... Fuck me, I guess. You can block them with your shield, but they are still massive and do big knockback. Fortunately, if you sprint, you can travel faster. You get a nice bit of cover here. What I really need is something like black fire bombs. Unfortunately, I got nothing. So my usual plan here is to sprint for it, and oh fuck. And we're back. Okay, let's try this again. This is going to be the new Blighttown lift, isn't it? Oh god. I have put the Ring of Sacrifice on those, so I won't lose the nearly 40,000 souls I've got now. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. There's no handrail on this one. Oh dear, oh dear. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to see if I can make my way back down to Andre and buy a fuck ton of arrows, because it's a lot easier to get past these sections if you have arrows, and I've completely run out. Yeah. In fact, I might go do a bit of a roundup for a bunch of stuff that I've missed. Which might take a few episodes. There's only one way to get back down at the moment. A little bit later on we're going to get the ability to warp between bonfires, which is hugely useful, frankly. But for now we have to go ask this chap to take us back down. Oh, those aren't even horns, they're like tentacle things, that's gross. I hate these things, I hate them a lot. Just look at them with their freaky goddamn grins, good god. So, yeah. I'm gonna, probably gonna try and, not use any other bonfires, but depending on whether I decide to resume Anor Londo, or whether I decide to go do the roundup-y stuff first, you know, I might end up, yeah. Basically, if I decide to... Oh, whoa, I forgot about these guys. Eat fire. I was disappointed when pyromancy doesn't knock them backwards off things. Ooh, large shard, fantastic. I should probably level up some weapons as well, shouldn't I? So yeah. In terms of roundup, let's see. I can probably go to... Well, I mean, what I should do now is I should rescue Big Hat Logan if I can. It might actually be easiest to get to him not from here. Although, actually, no, this takes us back down to the entrance, so if we want to get back to Andre, we should probably go this way. I shall try not to immediately die. Like I did last time I stepped in a cage. I mean, you know, as the episode title says, why would you ever lock yourself in a cage? Let's see. It's gonna start throwing lightning. It can hit me, that's not good. I'll stand under here so it can't, and I'll just burn this guy. Or, you know, he can do that, that's fine too. So... yeah, I'm gonna, be ducking in here. So yeah, in terms of roundup, there's a few things I haven't gotten from in here in Zen's Fortress, one of which is rescuing, popular wizard, Big Hat Logan. So that's one thing to do. Another thing to do is to go do the, retread of, the lovely, happy Undead Asylum. A third thing is to do the first chunk of the catacombs, or in fact all of the catacombs, which is the first chunk of what will eventually later on take us to meet Lord Nito. Should I kill these guys? Yeah, screw it. Snakes suck. Everyone hates them. Wow, okay. What have I learned? Every time I decide to trash talk an enemy, it nearly kills me. This is, I feel like I should learn from that. Whew, that was close. No! And we're back. So, fighting these guys again. Don't let them kill me again, that would be really bad. In fact, screw them, I'm just gonna leave. I don't need to fight these guys. So yeah, I've made my decision. And what I'm gonna do is basically... I am going to, clear the decks of everything, and then go back to Anor Londo. Which means... we're going to go down here, kill a Silver Knight, then we're going to go back to the place where stuff happened, the Undead Asylum, take care of the Undead Asylum, then we're going to go through the catacombs, then maybe... yeah, then I think we'll do the Painted World of Ariamis. Actually no, in between those two, I'm going to do some other stuff. You'll find out what it is later. For now though, check it out, it's Andre. And we've got a bunch of stuff we could upgrade. I'm very fond of the rapiers, but I don't know if it's actually worth upgrading. Lightning Spear is... it's just, I'll end up using that for most of the rest of the game if I'm not careful. And I don't really want to do that. I should just buy a bunch of arrows, so that I don't forget. I'm not going to spend every penny I have on them. I am going to spend 10,000 souls on all of this many arrows, just because. Just because. I don't want to, you know, forget them again. I'll tell you what, I'm also going to buy the Crest of Artorias, which will come in very handy later on, since I have enough souls to hand to be able to do it. I'm going to get these repair boxes as well, which will let me upgrade stuff at bonfires instead of having to come back to our old pal Andre every single time. What paths have we got? We've got standard upgrade, we've got raw upgrade, which is never really worth using. Divine upgrade, which we don't need. Or we can undo. I'll tell you what, I'm going to upgrade my longbow a bit. If we upgrade it to plus 10, I'm going to upgrade the spider shield as well. If we upgrade it to plus 10 later on, we can actually make it lightning enchanted as well, or fire enchanted, or a bunch of different things. So, yeah, crossbows are pretty cool. Wait, no, not crossbows, longbows. Yeah, shush, Andre. So, I guess what I'm going to do now is I'm going to hurry down here, and we're going to go kill a Silver Knight. Then, okay, so Silver Knight, then the catacombs, then actually instead of that maybe I should do some other stuff here. Okay, we're gonna you know, for trees these guys are not nearly as vulnerable as they should be to being set on fire. Okay, so round up, I'm gonna kill this Silver Knight, then I'm gonna take care of a few other things here in the old basin. Oh. Sometimes it's really difficult to loot these things because you kick the corpse if you get too close. Yeah. So, specifically, there's a mini boss to take down here, and actually there's two mini bosses to take down. Then there's a couple of other things to do, and then there's see, I'm trying to be vague because I don't want to spoil things, but yeah, there's a couple of mini bosses in the basin to take care of. There's all Nighty. Oh, he's further down. There's also some stuff to do down in near Blighttown. There's the Great Hollow to do. There's the Undead Asylum stuff. There's the Painted World of Ariamis. Basically, there's a lot of stuff I could have done before heading up to Londo that I am going to go take care of over the next few episodes. Unlike I'm doing right now, I won't be, you know, so tightly showing you every minute detail. I will, of course, be cutting from place to place quite quickly. You don't really need to see all of this. Stop blocking, you dick. Hey! If you can get a fireball to explode behind someone, you can always bypass their shield. Because shields are directional. They have an arc in front of... Whoa! Not seen them do that before. They have an arc in front of them that dictates their field of fire, as it were. Oh boy. He wasn't so tough, was he? And yeah, interesting to note that that is a Silver Knight, not a Black Knight, as I mentioned before when I was trying to kill him and failing. Now that he's down, we can descend a ways and pick up the great treasure he was guarding, which is Grasscrest Shield. So, yeah. There's also this little secret here. What this is a back entrance to the what's it called? The Valley of Drakes. There we go. I'm sorry for being so dozy today. You know, it's very warm and I'm sleepy as a rule. If you remember the bridge with dragons on it, not dragons, drakes, because they're babies. This leads down to it. And yeah. Let's let's go pick up some loot that I haven't gotten yet. That's another thing to do on this roundup. And then, oh yeah, I suppose there's also the unfinished business in Sin's Forge. I should make a list. Okay, after this episode, I will make a to-do list. So, yeah. Here we are at Valley of Drakes. Let's see if we can, yeah, this will take a while. And we're back. Okay, so... these things are actually really tough to take down at the moment, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to be very, very brave. And I'm going to be very, very careless. And I'm going to be... very, very lucky. Come on, come on, come on. Roll, run, roll, 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 roll. There's so many of them, fuck. Ah! Ladder, 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 ladder. Climb up the ladder. Don't get hit. Oh, thank fuck. So, yeah. This is something that speedrunners basically have... Basically the only way to get through the game with an acceptable speedrunning time is to come up here, get the red tear stone ring. Which is... fuck, there's 4 of them. Well, I'm clearly not going to fight my way out through them, am I? Good thing I've got homeward bones. Suck it, dragons! Yeah, so... what the red tier stone ring does is it's like the blue tier stone ring, except instead of boosting your defense, it boosts your attack. Wait, what's over this way? Is this the way out? No, that's the way I was going before. So, instead of boosting your defense, it boosts your attack when you're on low health. But it boosts your attack massively, and I think it boosts your attack based on how much health you've lost, actually. So, basically... what speedrunners do is they start the game with the master key, take the back entrance shortcut that I showed you that I showed you the first time we were in the Valley of the Drakes. Go get that red tier stone ring and then beat every boss in the game in like 3 hits by deliberately getting themselves damaged to almost death, but not quite. And yeah, so. Too many bosses to take care of here. One I may have introduced to you before, whose name is Havel the Rock. And the other is a Hydra that's over there that we're going to go kill in a little bit. The Hydra's actually pretty easy to fight. But this guy is not. There's a reason he's called Havel the Rock. And it's because he wears stone armour and he wields a gigantic hammer. Best option for fighting him is backstabs. Yeah, there we go. Haha. He has really, really high armor values. It's one of the heaviest... I think it's the heaviest armor in the game, and I think it's also one of, if not the highest armor values in the game. But it's so high. The weight is so high that it's really not a viable option for anyone other than Havel himself or someone who's going for a full strength build. Or actually, no, I guess it's full endurance because it's. Is it endurance that boosts your equipment carry? I think it is. He's also very adept at... Oh! Yeah, he does a 360 no-scopy thing as well. There we go. So if you know what you're doing, he's pretty easy to take down. And, again, it's a good option for players who know what they're doing to get some souls and a good item fairly early on in the game. Because he drops a ring that boosts your equipment load by, I think, 50%, which is massive. I'm so good at dodging. Suck it, Javi. There's, of course, the third way of things disappearing from the world, which is what other undead do, is that they fade out like that. So, yeah, that was pretty easy, right? Oh, I'm not actually wearing a second ring. I'm going to go with Havel's for now. So in this area there's a whole bunch of crystal golems. Oh, we're going to have to take them out carefully before we go fight the Hydra. Before we go fight the Hydra. One of the things about the Hydra is that it is another boss. Another boss? I guess it's the only boss, where it's really helpful for you to have the rusted iron ring, which I still have not gotten, because we're going to do that next episode when we go to the Undead Asylum. Yeah, these guys ain't that tough. Not at this stage of the game, at any rate. If you come here earlier on, they are, of course, pretty tough. This next one, hiding in a tree. K-I-S-S-I-N-G. I like the design on these guys with the big... Oh, come on. Dodges every single arrow. These guys are associated with Seath, who we are going to go Seath later on. Seath? Yeah. I don't know. I'll shut up. They may actually be weak to lightning, I'm not sure. Good old lightning and spear saves the day again. See that? Yep, that's a Hydra. That could be my new catchphrase. Like, every time something ridiculous happens, just like, that's a Hydra, everybody. You guys could buy t-shirts with "That's a Hydra" written on it. No, this is a terrible idea. Also, I don't nearly have... Whoa! I don't have nearly enough of a fan base to support merchandising yet. That's not a criticism of you guys, but, you know. Just saying. Whoa! Yeah, so, once you catch its attention, it starts doing that. So yeah, it's... we gotta fight it in knee-deep water, which means it's easier for us to do the fight... Ah! Haha! Just inside range, fantastic. To fight him once we've got the rusted iron ring, but we don't really need it. It's not super necessary. Twee! 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 Come on, let's be having you. Haven't got all day. Well, actually, I guess I do have all day today. So yeah, what you want to do is you want to get close enough that it doesn't do that attack, because it only does that globby water attack at long ranges. It might kill you before you get there, though. Fortunately, the trees block it. So yeah, once you get to roughly the water, it stops gobbing at you. Or normally it does. Wow. I guess I wasn't quite close enough. And it does this big attack. Fortunately, it's an easy attack to block or dodge, because every head always lands in the same place. But you've got to be really careful, because there's an edge, and if you fall off that edge, you will die. Like, it's a hard edge to spot because of the water. Each head has like an individual portion of a health bar. Like, it only has one health bar, but each head keeps track of its own hit points. Once they've taken a certain amount of damage, the individual heads die. It's just got no more heads, it's deads. That's another good candidate for a catchphrase. So yeah, you just got to be careful not to go too far forwards for fear of falling down the big hole, and don't go too far back or it will start gobbing again, which no one wants. Alright, that head's next. Because there's a single attack pattern for the heads, so they always end up in the same places. Which means you just need to head a bit further over this way to start hitting on that head. It might rotate with you, but yeah, I guess it does. You can actually shoot. You can actually kill it with arrows if you find a safe spot like this. You can just switch to a bow and shoot away. Ah, it looks like it actually does have a varying attack pattern. Colour me surprised, I guess. Do people say that still? Colour me whatever. It's just, it's hard to get at the heads that are, you know, because, well, shit. And I guess we're back. Yeah. Not my favourite boss, it's mostly just stabbing in the head. Until it runs out of heads, which takes forever. Oh, come on, didn't even lose one. Oh, what? That's not fair. Also, the problem with the Goblin Giant Lizards is that they absolutely can stun lock you. Which is bullshit, but there you are. I don't normally have this much trouble, but then I normally do have the iron ring by this point, so there you go, one head off. Ow. I should probably switch to two hands for it. Ah! I hate this boss, I hate it so much. It's just a pain. There's another head down. Of course, when there's only one head left, it's pretty unlikely to kill you, but it can be really difficult to hit the final head, of course. But yeah, there's like 5 heads left, so you don't got to worry about that for a little bit. Huh, I've never actually seen it do that when it won't hit you. There's a zoological series in this somewhere. Giant gobbing reptiles of the natural world. Narrated by David Attenborough. Here we see the greater-headed Hydra. A being of fantastic natural beauty. That's probably a really bad impression of David Attenborough, and ages since I actually watched. Oh, that's not even. Oh wait. Ah. Come on. Rubbish. Rubbish, I hate you. Ah. You're the worst kind of giant lizard. Like, on a scale of Gaping Dragon to Hellkite Drake, you are, I don't know, like, a couple of steps above Gaping Dragon, maybe. Not as bad as Gaping Dragon. Although you are, amusingly, harder to fight. Or at least harder to kill. Never gonna hit his head. There we go. Can I get another one in? Hey! Doesn't bear excessive relation to the Hydra of myth. It doesn't keep growing heads. I've always been very fond of Hydras, actually. I mean, just as a like a conceit, you know, as a fantasy creature. But this one starts to take the cake. Of course, it's also easier to fight it with a big swordy weapon, like a great sword or a. That was close. Like a great sword or another thing that's like a great sword. Great sword, a big old axe, giant hammer, I guess. I don't really have one, so I tell you what, I'm just gonna do this. It's not gonna hit me very easily with only a couple heads left, so it's actually a really good sniper spot, but it's a bit of a rigmarole to get to from here, so one more. Fantastic. I think it drops something as well. What does it drop? Oh yeah, the Dusk Crown Ring. Nice. So, yeah. There is a secret around here, which I'll show you before I log off and go get delicious slushies, because it's really, really, really warm. This takes forever. Okay, next up, definitely getting the iron ring. Up there is the back way to get to somewhere we'll be going a bit later on, although we don't actually need to take that back route because we have... Oh, it's not here yet, okay. Normally there's a golden golem here, and if you kill it, it releases a person trapped inside, who is essentially the key to the DLC. I thought it spawned after you killed the Hydra, but I think actually it doesn't spawn until you go to the Duke's Archive. I mean, you can't get into the DLC until you've been to the Duke's Archive, but yeah, anyway. So, yeah, that's a giant Hydra. It's dead now. But you can rescue her even if you don't have the DLC. You just don't get access to the DLC area. She still becomes a merchant who sells you stuff, which is cool. Although, you know, you'd think you save her from being stuck in a golem. Maybe you'd get another dead player corpse there, actually. Not of another human player. I mean of another potential version of you. I tell you what, let's say goodbye. Was this a bit of a crappy episode? Maybe. But I don't care. Actually, I care a lot. Ugh, I'm really sensitive. Bye then!